Today, we're going to crack open an ancient text that feels less like a historical document and more like an urgent prophetic warning for all of us, right now. It's a message from a father to his sons, but it's one that seems to echo through the ages. Let's get into it. So, at the very heart of this thing is one single, incredibly powerful vision. It's a prophecy that basically lays out two roads for humanity. And the consequences for choosing which road to take, well, they're absolute and they are forever. So the real question is, what in the world did Enoch see? You know, this whole thing doesn't kick off like you might expect. There's no booming voice from the clouds on a mountaintop. Nope, it starts way more personally, with a father just gathering his kids because he knows he has to tell them something that will shape not just their future, but maybe ours too. So as the text opens up, we see the patriarch Enoch, and he summons his son Methuselah. He tells him, hey, go get all your brothers. And you can tell right away this is no ordinary family chat. This is the start of something big, a divine message meant for everyone who would come after them.
This line right here, wow, it just perfectly captures the weight of this moment. Enoch is making it 100% clear that these are not his opinions or his own anxieties he's sharing. He's saying, I'm a channel. A divine spirit is flowing through me to show you everything that is going to happen forever. That's intense.
All right, so now we get to the real core of his guidance. Enoch basically lays out a fundamental choice, a fork in the road for every single human soul. It's a choice between two totally different ways of living.
And just look at how simple and powerful this is. On one side, you've got the path of uprightness, being sincere, having a whole heart. It's even described as a companion that'll guide you. But on the other side, there's this warning against the double heart, what we probably just call being two-faced or a hypocrite. The message is just so direct. Be real, be genuine, and stay away from people who aren't.
And just in case you thought this was all just some friendly life advice, here's where the stakes are laid bare. This isn't a suggestion. It's a warning with an eternal price tag. The choice leads to a final, definitive outcome. Perish forever. No ambiguity there.
So you have to ask, why all the urgency? Why such a stark warning? It's because Enoch has seen something. He's been shown a vision of the future, a future so dark that it's the entire reason for this desperate plea to his children.
This right here is the problem he's trying to warn everybody about. It's not just that, people will mess up sometimes. No, he sees a future where evil isn't just an action, but a force that grows and grows on itself, like a virus, until it completely consumes the entire world.
And check out this progression. It's like a terrifying domino effect. First, unrighteousness is consummated, meaning it reaches its absolute peak. Then, transgression literally doubles, and from there, it just explodes. More sin, more violence, blasphemy, people turning away from faith. It's a vision of a world just completely spiraling out of moral control.
So a world that is just drowning in that much darkness, you gotta know it can't last, right? And in Enoch's prophecy, this terrible escalation leads to a huge, dramatic, and fiery climax, a direct intervention from the heavens.
And boom, this is the big turning point in the whole prophecy. A great chastisement, a great punishment is going to come directly from heaven. This isn't some natural disaster or another human war. The text is clear. This is a deliberate execution of judgment on the entire planet. And the judgment gets incredibly specific. This isn't vague at all. The prophecy spells it out. The very roots of unrighteousness are going to be cut off. Idols and their temples burned to the ground. And the people who committed all the sin and violence, destroyed. It's a picture of a complete and total reset of the earth.
So after all that, after the fire, after the sword, after this great judgment, what's left? Well, the prophecy wraps up by circling right back to those two paths and showing us exactly where each one leads in the end.
This table just lays it out with this chilling clarity. While the sinners are completely destroyed, their roots literally cut off forever, the righteous arise from their sleep. And what's their reward? It's not gold or power. It's wisdom. They're given knowledge and understanding, and they get to live in that state. I mean, the contrast couldn't be more stark. One path is oblivion, the other is enlightenment.
And in the end, it all comes full circle, right back to the beginning, back to that simple but powerful invitation from Enoch to his kids. The choice isn't just about dodging a punishment, it's about gaining a companion, righteousness itself, that will guide you down good paths. It's this little sliver of hope tucked inside a really dire warning.
So, all of this leaves us with a pretty big question, doesn't it? This text is thousands of years old. It comes from a world we can barely even recognize, and yet, its core ideas about a society spiraling into chaos, about the choice between being real and being fake, about being held accountable in the end, why does that still feel so powerful, so relevant to us today? It's definitely something to think about,